Today I'm excited to share with you 5 signs you might be handling your money immaturely, and probably the reasons why you're not so far ahead yet on your wealth building journey, or maybe even still broke. So if you'd like to grow your wealth, please stay tuned to the end as I go through these signs. I think the last one is super important, the one that gets most taken advantage of, most people fall for. So hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, be very welcome. If you already subscribed, that means a lot to me. Thank you so much. This is a really new channel. I've worked in wealth management for well over 15 years in Switzerland, but most importantly, the things I discuss on this channel, I've gone through them myself. So I've learned the money lessons the hard way, believe me. This topic today is super important. It doesn't get enough notice, in my opinion. Managing money is as much a psychological, emotional, behavioral thing as it is technical. So let's dive into this. Today here in Britain, I'm walking along the shores. I've left the Swiss woods back in Zurich. So join me for a walk and let's dive in. Sign number 1, you can never wait to buy something. Let me describe what this means. So this is when you see something and you can't resist the urge to buy it. You have to buy straight away. It's a bit like my daughter. When she sees something, she doesn't think if she needs it or if she has already 5 of it. She just wants another one. So it's really this impulsive buying. By the way, the daughter you saw on my thumbnail, in case you saw the thumbnail, that's her. Yeah, and it's there's no delayed gratification. You jump straight into it, and you know, even if it's on sale, you fall for that. You get distracted by the sale offer, which in the end, you know, it might be cheaper than it used to be, but if you don't need the item, it's still really, let's say, a waste of money. And so fear of missing out, right, is another one that comes up in this sign. You buy into things that have risen 500%, and you feel this urge, oh, I don't want to miss out on these gains. That's the worst time to invest. So this is this sign. So be really careful of this and careful with this. And now instead, buy something if you really need something. Let it rest for a few days when you see it. Just let your emotions calm down. Think about if you really need it. But yeah, if you need it, obviously go ahead. But then, you know, check for value. Can you get it secondhand? Can you leave it? Leave it for a next sale, so you can buy it then? So wait for a bit to get the right deal. So this is really important in general, also for investing. Waiting for the right deal, super important. So sign number 2, you buy when you're emotional. And yeah, this is a big one as well. So when you're feeling down or depressed, you buy stuff to make you feel better. Or when you're super happy, you know, like you've just received a pay rise and you know, you just go and splurge it. It's a shame because pay rises are really good to increase your wealth over time. Yeah, and I remember well in the investment bank around bonus time. The Financial Times has an edition called "How to Spend Your Bonus," and they really played on these emotions, right? Marketeers have got really good at this these days, and yeah, off they went. People went and spent their bonus, I guess. And one of the it's really the reason why, and a good example why there's so many broke bankers. Technically knowing about money, and I've said this in another video, but if you don't have your emotions under control, you know, you can't keep your money and manage your money. So it's the same thing. And instead, what you can do is, when you're emotional, go and meditate or hike or fish or exercise, whatever you like. Cultivate some kind of activity that brings your emotions down. That can really help you in protecting your money, and not falling for these marketing tricks playing on your emotions. So sign number 3, you buy stuff you don't need, and you do that to impress other people. So you're trying to impress other people, oftentimes people you don't even like. And the paradoxical thing about this is you set out to impress them, but you probably actually just cause jealousy. And so, you know, you might not care about that, but if you were trying to impress them, you're completely not achieving that aim. So be really careful with this. You know, don't try and impress other people. Impress yourself. invest in yourself. Instead of spending money to impress other people, go and improve your skills to make more money, or for your well-being or being happy or whatever it may be. Consider doing that instead of spending money on things you don't need to impress other people. And then sign number 4, you think saving only will make you rich, right? So this is a bit of a misconception, probably from the previous generation, from certain also marketing that has been done. And so saving, what I mean is saving is not enough, right? You need to invest as well. Of course, it's better than going into debt. Yes, of course. But if you really want to grow your wealth, you need to invest as well. Obviously, invest wisely, learn how to invest, otherwise you can lose your money. There's real risks to it. So there is a path that you need to learn, and you can learn. And then you invest as well instead of just saving. And yeah, I mean, money is, doesn't beat inflation over the long run. So that's a bit of a misconception. It's a bit, also see it in my daughter. I'm going to bring that example again. She puts money in the piggy bank and she thinks, she'll get rich by that. And I think that immature thinking of just saving prevails also with many people when they grow up. Obviously, money is important if you have short-term needs, right? If you want to buy a house short-term, or if you even have an emergency fund, definitely recommend it. But yeah, if you're thinking about a long-term perspective, then you really need to invest. So sign number 5. So this is the one, right? Gambling. And I think this is really underestimated. And gambling is also not just betting on horses or all these things that you can bet on today, or these days, and has always been. And you can just bet on more stuff. And online is it's so quick. It's also, gambling is also investing in things you know nothing about. So you really need to understand what you're investing in, and that includes crypto. If you're in a project that went up and that's why you buy it, that's the wrong reason. You really have to understand what the project is about. And yeah, apart from this, this really gets to me because this is a multi-billion industry. It's really a big market. And basically you have virtually, the deck is stacked against you, as they say, right? You have virtually no chances of winning and winning consistently. So you're really wasting money. And this goes beyond it. That's why it gets to me. People get addicted. People lose their families, lose their house, whatever, just for the purpose of gambling. If you suffer from any of this addiction, obviously you need to work on. I would consider working on it. Work with a professional. I've seen people coming out of gambling addiction, so that's the encouraging part. And so instead, what you can do is bet on yourself, or bet on things that you understand, and bet also in a way that won't make you lose all your money. So that's kind of what you can do instead, in my opinion. All right, so thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch more, click here somewhere on the screen. Stay tuned and consider subscribing. That will really help if you liked what you've seen. And yeah, I'll be publishing a video every week, once a week. And if you do need help with your finances, feel free to send me an email. But otherwise, yeah, see you then and take it easy.